I'm Dave,
And I'm Marie.
and we're the Old School Soulmates.
It's been about, it's a few trips to Goodwill, and we haven't been out very much. So
No.
it was about 3 weeks, over a 3 week period. So we've gone to our Goodwill maybe 3 times, the one in the next town over, and I think we went once.
We had a yard sale or two. I think there's
Yeah.
a couple of these. I don't know if
I
any
don't
of
know
this
if
came
there's
from
any
yard
yard
sales.
sale
Really.
stuff
Yeah,
in
most
there.
of it's Goodwill.
Most of it's Goodwill,
So.
just a couple around town. So.
All right, well, we'll get right into it. First, let's start out with some neckties. You want to get all three of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I always go through the neckties. There's boy, if you could make a lot of money off of neckties, and I mean you can, but you're not going to get the inventory that you need. Mm-hmm. But geez Louise, I mean a 5x7 first class envelope. They weigh nothing. You can store 1,000 of them in a tote. It's the perfect thing to sell. Are these? But I've got 3 different ones. Robert Talbot, excellent tie. This particular brand, they're usually a heavier weight and stuff. My Goodwill, I think they're $2.29, but a lot of times you can get them for 99 cents at a lot of Goodwills. So mine's a little higher priced. Yeah. This is a Vineyard Vines tie. And if you find one really good one, hunt through the ties. That's when you want to hunt, because all 3 of these I picked up at the exact same time. Right. And this is a Brooks Brothers.
Yep. Brothers Brooks.
And they, 19. This Robert Talbot might be 29. And I don't know what a Vineyard Vines goes for. Here's a little trick about them. They have these little things in them, and I haven't done this yet because I just got them. As soon as you get home, cut these off immediately, because these will snag these silk ties. So you don't want to leave them in a bag or anything. So we'll set these off to the side and get those cut off right away. So, but yeah, and I mean, they're fantastic. Oh my gosh, I'd sell only ties if I could.
Yeah, we found all kinds of different things. Sometimes we find a few hard goods here and there. We find different stuff. But right now we're showing mainly shoes and clothing, and mostly tonight I think it's going to be just
almost
shoes.
All
we
shoes,
got a lot of shoes here to go through. So
we don't get a ton of clothes,
So what do we have here?
Those are Durangos, women's Shooties, a shoe and a booty and all of that all together. But it's a consistent seller. They're in good shape, and they just need a little bit of edge dressing on them, is something that we do to the edges of shoes to make them look really nice and everything. Good size, 7.5, so they're about $29.95. Okay. All the shoes that we buy are $5.99, unless they're boots, they're $7.99. Okay. So.
A venerable pair of Colhans here.
Yes, Colhan. And these have a little scuff in them right here, but I should be able to get that out with shoe polish. But the heels, again, really good. Always put the 2 heels together.
This is nice and right.
To see, and you don't have that big dip or anything where somebody's walked heavy. And,
and this is good. And
yep, nice.
These are getting, these are pretty good actually.
Yep, they are, but they're just, they look like they haven't been worn much.
Insoles are good. So,
yep, everything looks good. Nice about them. They're a $29 shoe. They're not a higher end Colhan. These here, I kind of took I didn't know how these would sell. They kind of weigh a ton, but they're Kenneth Cole's. Not a brand I buy very often, but when they're $5.99, I mean, I picked them up. I got 2 pair of Kenneth Cole's that same day. One was a pair of like boots, and then we have these little shoes here, but they look like they'd be about $39.
Kenneth Cole generally aren't, in general, these shoes are kind of unique, I guess, is why you picked them up? Or?
Well, I was surprised. Kenneth Cole's are made in Italy. And they're made in Italy, and it is a unique style. Yeah. So if it was just like a plain loafer, I probably wouldn't have bought it. Yeah. But the monk strap and, this is a made in Italy version. So
this one says New York. Does that mean? Is it?
Kenneth Cole New York is the name of the brand.
But it does say right here, made in Italy.
Yep. Right. Kenneth Cole New York is the brand name.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Alrighty. Yep. So what else we got here?
Let's see. You got those little boots. This is the other pair of Kenneth Cole's I got. Right. Kind of it has the same sole on them. It's kind of weird. But anyway, these are in excellent shape also. So they need a quick, they're dusty. Like they weren't worn very often, and I might replace the shoelaces because there's some fraying. Depends on what I have on hand, but I'm not going to run out and buy it. But again, I just will dust them off with a little, because they're not shiny, I can just dust them off with like some leather conditioner, and just wipe them off and be good to go.
Cool.
Yep.
Alrighty.
SASs.
Good old SASs. You hear us talk about SASs almost every video.
And you're going to hear me talk about them 2 or 3 times this time. I'm not really sure how many I have, but I know I've got at least 2. weird SAS. Never seen these, but I like the salmon color.
Yeah,
so,
cool.
you know, it's just an unusual shoe. It's a very large size. So it's a 10 and it's a narrow. And a lot of women that have a size 10 foot, it is pretty narrow. But again, as with any SAS, you got to bend them. And you got to pull out the insole to make sure the insole looks nice. And these insoles are in excellent condition because a lot of times people wear them barefoot or people just have kind of, you know, bad feet. But these insoles look fantastic. You don't ever say, well, I'll buy them and I'll replace the insoles. The insoles are $30.
Yeah, this one is, I mean, everything is just really almost hardly ever worn.
There's a little bit of marks on the top, but other than that, they're in really nice shape. And they were unique, the color and everything, so I grabbed them because it's summer time. Don't know what these are. Okay, we'll be honest with you.
But they're cool.
They're cool. They're all leather. They're soft. The inside is. These are made in Canada.
They're like nice fur-lined boots.
Yep, genuine shearling. I mean, they are made like a pair of Uggs.
Yeah.
They are just beautiful on the inside, nice, Canada, hardly anywhere. I don't know what they are, but I'm going to list them as Canadian shearling line men's boots.
Yeah, because I mean they're really nice.
And they are in good shape. I mean, they really are.
Excellent shape. Look the heel.
And they're just unique. So we just said, oh, pick them up. Why not? Take it every once in a while. You're going to have to take a chance. I usually try to stay away from things like that because there's no way for anyone to look them up because there's no brand. But they might look up Canadian boots. I stumbled across these. Kings. Yeah, these I popped into Goodwill in the next town over, and I don't think these have been worn, to be honest with you. I mean, these things are like beautiful. These are Keen waterproof, you know, water shoes or however you want to refer to them. But I mean, there is zero wear on these things. They're beautiful. $3.99. So, yep.
Yeah. What do you think they'll bring?
Probably $39.
That's not
I'm
bad.
going to guess. I didn't look them up because they were just Keens. I just grabbed, when Keens are in great shape like that, I just grab them.
What in the world are these? Oh, SASs.
Yes, SASs. Another pair of in really excellent shape. No wear hardly at all on the bottoms. Very few scuffs on the top, which those are easy to get rid of. But this is one of the best sellers of them. Yeah. This is the Free Time, which is the women's. And the Time Out is the men's version, and they look very similar, but they're a lace-up shoe. Again, you know, bend them once and then pull out your insoles. And it's hard to believe that these little insoles cost about $30, $30 to $39.
So what will we get for these shoes then, you think?
These are probably $44.95, something like that. These are smaller size, but they're in excellent shape. So I mean, they're like new.
And that's the thing
too.
We
broken in.
We you know, when we first started doing this, I thought we needed to buy more heels and fancy colorful shoes. I'm photographing all these browns and blacks for goodness sakes, and I want to see something colorful. But you know, this will sell more all day long, every day. Yep. Probably will sell quick. We probably won't even have it a month
probably not exactly.
And sometimes they sell the same day. So
because I mean these are excellent.
And forget about those heels and stuff unless you really know what you're looking for.
Well, you know,
unless they're Tory Burches,
Jimmy Choo,
there's
something like that.
There's some out there that you might.
But if they're just a pretty shoe, unless they're unique, these are Skechers, I think, aren't they?
Skechers shape
ups. Yep, Skechers shape up for men. I think I did the test. My fingers aren't as strong
let me
as
show
my
you how to do
husband's.
that. You have to really push the sides of them, and if you see any cracks at all in this, put them back. Just forget about it. I mean,
he's that tester because he's got thumbs of steel from playing guitar. I've got kind of wimpy hands, but they're in great shape. You can see the sticker's not even worn off in these yet.
We had a pair though one time that did have this whole part disintegrated. The person wore it once, and in like an hour or two into wearing it, they said it just disintegrated.
And you'll come across them all the time.
So you want to make sure that they really, I mean, it seems awful to do this to them, but you know, but they.
I stick my fingernail, and if I don't cut it and it just bounces back, that's what I use. I do the fingernail thing.
Kind of bounces back there.
Yep. So these should be okay. I'm thinking.
What do you think we'll get for these?
These should be about $39. Yep.
So good deal.
But you'll see them for sale, and they've already shredded the heels.
Loafers.
I stumbled upon these at the other Goodwill because they were brand new. I mean, no one has stepped foot on a golf course in these because if they had, the way the tread is on this, you'd be picking grass out of it for a month.
Yeah, and generally these things, these are actually removable in most golf shoes. I don't know if these are or not, but generally they are on most golf shoes, and you can actually replace them. But it's not, if you find them and they're worn down or whatever, I would generally most of the time skip them. What brand is this? This is FootJoy, right? And FootJoy is pretty much your ubiquitous golf.
Yeah, I mean, there's some, especially some of the classic and the vintage men's golf shoes. They can really, the ones that are all leather, they can really bring some decent money. Yeah. But I mean, this just happened to be a brand new pair of women's golf shoes.
And that's about all we buy now with golf shoes. If they're brand new, we might get them. But if they're anything
they don't
less
bring
than
a lot.
That,
these are going to be about $27.95, somewhere in there. But they were new. I didn't want to leave them there, so because they were new. And still 5 into 27 is good.
And these are some LL Beans.
Yeah, the class. This is the classic LL Bean mock, and
suede.
They're suede on the top and nice, comfortable. I pulled the insole out to make sure that they're in good shape. They feel great. They don't smell, But this is a classic shoe that is a fairly consistent seller, and they've discontinued this mock. Every year they redesign. This is probably an older year if I had to guess. I think it might be 2004.
There's a tag on it.
Might be. I'm not exactly positive how to read it, but I think it's 2004. Yeah. And I know I have a pair of these, and I loved them. And about 4 years later, I bought another pair, and they were not the same shoe. Yeah. So,
and that's a tip, too, because a lot of people fall in love with, like, if they like this particular model, style, color, size, and you're the only one on eBay that has it. Right. Yeah, that's why you don't want to price your stuff real low to start with. Even if you see everybody else's low, you don't have to necessarily go with the lowest bidder. You can just go in and get something maybe that's, somewhere in mid-range or maybe even at the top of it. Because you can always lower your price, but it's hard to go up.
Right, exactly.
So, and you
can always do a sale. You can always put yourself on sale. You can send offers to watchers. The discounts are there. If you price your stuff too low, you can't do that.
Right. Here's some.
These are some.
Are these bass or bass?
Bass. These are bass. They were just in really good shape.
That bass.
I don't really buy a ton of bass shoes. I mean, I do from time to time, like the Weegens, the classic men's loafers or women's loafers. Also, But these are a suede shoe, and they were just in really nice shape, So I said, well, I'll pick them up. They look nice. And they were a size 9.5 medium, and they have the name in them, which is nice. They're called the Gunslingers, so makes it easier to do your research when they got a name. But they're probably going to get maybe $29 for them, but they were in good shape.
Yeah, Bass is one of those brands that's kind of run the mill, but it's always sold. Let's see what else we got here. Some Allegria.
Allegrias, yeah. These were really small, but they were like hardly used at all. They're slip-resistant soles. These are worn by a lot of nurses and people in that profession. People have to spend a lot of time on their feet. These are, like I said, these are quite tiny. I think they're a size 36, which I think I wear a 38, and I'm a 7.5, so it's a 5.5, But Allegria has this removable sole, and you do need to pull it out and look at it just to make sure it's in decent shape. And if you're not really sure, a lot of times it has the number on the sole. This one I don't think does, but anyways. You want to pull it out and look at it, and then it just clips right back in. There you go. Mm-hmm. But you always want to pull them out.
This is interesting too, because I don't know why, but there's a black line, on them. So but you can still see the size. So that's the main thing. That's another thing. We don't generally buy a shoe if we can't see the size on it. Yeah. If you can't really prove the size, you can measure it and all that stuff, but it's not going to work usually.
You want to have something to back up what size you think it is. Right.
Because even when you put the right size on, people will try to say, this guy, one guy said, there's no way that's a 7. I've been wearing 7s all my life for 50 years. Like, maybe your foot got a little bigger.
I mean, I'm not saying it could have been mismarked by the manufacturer, but we can't guess that way. We can only, the only way I know is by the size it says it is.
And you'll see a lot of these out here, too.
Yep, Sperry's.
Sperry top
I really am particular with my Sperry's. They don't bring a lot of money, number one. This is an unusual Sperry because they're leather uppers, They're the no-tie ones. They have almost zero wear on the soles. Yep. I mean, a very different looking Sperry. So I picked them up, And again, this one does not have a removable insole. you're going to get the canvas ones. They don't generally bring a whole lot of money. They sell, but they sell for like $24. Yeah. So depending on what you're paying for your shoes, these might not sell for much more, but I only pay $5.99 for shoes. So even if it's sold for $24, that's still 5 times your money. But these were like almost brand spanking new. I mean,
like I say, Sperry's too. People tend to wear them a lot, so you don't see them in really good shape a lot of times in the thrift store.
And they're very well marked with sizes and styles, and people these have loyal followings. But again, needs a little dusting off, and I use this cleaner that's
it's like a formal Sperry.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to go to a wedding on a dock somewhere or something.
There you go. That's what those are. So, yeah.
Alrighty. Let's see what else we got here. SASs again.
Another pair of SASs.
Do you see the difference in all the different SASs? There's, I mean, there's a lot of variety in every brand of shoes.
Yeah, so. I don't know. I don't remember where we bought these. I don't remember, but I wasn't going to pick them up. And then I'm like, oh, they're SASs. And again, SASs, because they are worn a lot, because people wear them, elderly people wear them, people like myself that are on my feet all day, but clearly marked 7.5 narrow. When you can see that, they haven't been worn a whole ton. And again, these are really dress shoes. They're these are your go to church. A
quick tip about this fastener: when you're listing it, don't ever say Velcro. You will get in trouble with eBay. Don't ask why. It's a long story, but
there's a video.
Google Velcro on eBay or Google Velcro in general. There's a lot of
the Velcro song. Yeah.
But what you want to call this is hook and loop. And it's like the loops are here and the hooks are here and they stick together.
Honestly, we have no idea if Velcro made that.
Yeah, Velcro is a brand name, is what we're trying to say. Yeah. And they will give you a bureau on it.
Yep.
Complaint,
oh, absolutely.
You can't sell if you use a brand name, and anyway,
they can get your listing taken down, and if you get too many of them, you can
you can lose
suspended.
Your account. So you want to do that. These are cool. Like this. Mercanti Florentini.
Yeah, I don't know. These, I looked them up at the time, and they actually had a following. But
they feel nice.
They're
nice feeling
loafer.
shoes.
They're a driving loafer, and they were in almost brand new shape.
This back part here makes it a driving loafer.
Yeah. So when you're driving,
your foot's on the pedal there. It's supposed to.
Yeah. So you got one for the clutch because these are Italian shoes.
Right, you always got to have a stick shift.
Yeah, and these were $7.99. I bought these at the Goodwill, which is the town north of us in Murfreesboro.
Yeah.
They are very, their prices are a little higher than ours down here, so, but they're in great shape, now I'm going to have to spend an hour getting that sticker out.
If anybody works at Goodwill, please, for the love of all that's holy, stop doing this.
Put them on the bottom.
Come on.
Something.
Put them anywhere. There's lots of cool places you can stick a sticker on.
I'm absolutely amazed that they didn't. Now, had they been at our Goodwill, depending on who you get, sometimes they'll actually write.
Right the price on the side of the shoe.
If you notice, they'll put like the color of the week, which is blue. Murfreesboro and Nashville district uses stickers. My Goodwill down here just writes the color here, right? Yeah. That's what that stands for. But they'll write it right on the leather. It's like, oh my Lord, It's like, but the stickers, if they're on the inside of a woman's shoe, you got problems sometimes. Yeah. It'll peel it right off. These, I don't even know why I picked these up, but these are... Italy. Well, these are Bruno Magley'S, which is a really good brand.
Good sounding sole.
They're very solid. They had very little wear at all on the heels.
There you go, good. Stick it on the side. That's a good place for it.
Didn't take the sticker off of those, but they're $5.99. These were only $5.99. These are a smaller size, but these are a solid, good men's dress shoes, comparable with Cole Haan and so forth. But they were in good shape, and they just need a little wiping off and a little bit of edge dressing, and they'll be ready to go. But they have the original heels because you can see the M on there. So and so this is the original shoe, and they're in decent shape,
Yeah, they're fairly stylish. I mean, a cap toe is kind of in style.
Classic, plain,
classic, you go wrong with that.
And when I have shoes like this, I don't get into a lot of description as far as, when I put this, I just put normal wear. Because it has a little wear, and it's a normal wear. It's not a ton. We'll put them together
here and see that it's not really.
It's just normal. It's not going to be anything out of the ordinary. Because you'll see them sometimes, they're eating all the way up. Some people have some heavy steps, boy.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. Some more nifty Keens.
Yep, this is another pair of Keens that I found, and these nice and soft on the top, kind of like a suede, but I think it's more nubuck than suede. And they have kind of a I don't know, just a cloth lining and so forth, but they're nice. They're like almost like a slipper. Very little wear on them. Yep, they're in good shape, and like I said, you got to make sure that you got a size in these things. So I don't know if I did that or not.
Yeah, let's see if we can find the size. Find the size is always interesting on shoes.
Yeah, nope.
This one has a size. Yeah, it actually does.
Mine doesn't.
It's right here. You only need one, ideally. Now we do take pictures of both tags. It's right up in here. It's really hard to see.
Oh yeah, these are my size. Yeah,
there's a tag on yours. Yeah. Oh no, that's the other tag. Yeah. Here's your tag over here.
Oh, gotcha. I knew I looked.
Yeah, tags are always on the opposite side too. Just something.
And I try to really look for.
And we try to take a picture of that too when we put them in the listing. Yeah. So anyway, what do you think these will bring?
Probably 29 if I had to guess, and if not, I'll just keep them.
Are they your size?
Yep, of course they are my size. Yeah. It's amazing how many shoes are in my size, and I don't even do that on purpose. But I have between a 7.5 and an 8.5 foot, so it's most common size.
More base.
Yep, these are
bass.
These are just regular GH bass. It doesn't say Weegens in them, but these were in excellent shape.
Yeah, you can read all the stuff on the side. The insoles are good.
Yeah, and they were $5.99. These are women's.
Sounds good.
You know, and they're and Bass always has a woman's name. These are called the Diane. So it's like that's what it says, Bass Dianes. Yeah. So that's that one.
A little story about Bass Dianes.
Yep.
Okay. Alrighty, and what do we have here?
These are Danskos.
Good old Danskos.
Weigh 2.5 tons. I wish I knew how to date Danskos, but I don't. You know, I don't know how to. I'm sure there's a way, but they, of course, I haven't listed any of this stuff, so it needs to be cleaned. But this is a
fresh,
real unique shoe. I mean, I thought it was kind of cool. You know,
it's kind of an interesting. It's a heavy shoe.
It is.
Which probably is good when you're on your feet. You know.
Yes, that's exactly it. And again, these insoles come out, and you know, like if you, I haven't even pulled these out. I pulled them out at the store just to make sure they come out. But if you see anything on here, I just use a lint roller and just get it off. You know. So, but yep, that's it. And you know, make sure that everything's so nothing's falling apart or anything. You know, probably 29. The classic Dansko stapled clogs, those are the ones that bring a little bit better money. But I think those were only $4. So.
All right, last but not least.
I don't buy a lot of purses, but when I see a weird purse hanging on the thing, I'm like, yeah, let me go look at that. And I picked it up and I'm like, yeah, I don't know about this one. But then I looked it up, and the reason what made me look it up was this tag. That was a lot of effort on a tag. You know what I mean? And that just surprised. So I looked it up, and they actually, you know, sell. I mean, maybe $24 or something, but I don't know where they're from. I don't know anything about them, but I mean, again, when I saw that tag, I'm like, no one's going to put that much effort into a tag if it's not at least
something somebody's
heard
of.
$30 purse, if nothing else. But yep, so. Yeah. And I thought it was a cute purse myself. So even if it doesn't sell, it's something I would carry. It weighs next to nothing. Yeah. It's great.
Cool.
Yep.
So that's some of our haul. We didn't want to bring it all out in one video here, but
the other haul is all clothes. The rest of it's all clothes.
Yeah, we get clothes and a few hard goods here and there and that kind of thing. But thrifting, you know, be careful out there thrifting. I mean, it's obviously a lot going on in the country right now. So we wear a mask. That's our choice, and we try not to hand sanitize. That's you know that's what we would recommend to anybody out there doing this, just because it's it's a smart thing to do, because there's a lot. You don't want to get this thing. It's bad.
And we social distance even if other people don't. And our Goodwill has, restrooms are closed, dressing rooms are closed. They don't have any of the half-price Saturday sales because those are insane, and, things are just a little different now. But there's still thrift out there if you want to thrift.
And yard sales, too. People are still having, in our area, they're still having yard sales. I'm sure that's different everywhere in the country. But yeah.
And the churchyard sales are picking up again. They're having those.
Yeah, so, just like I say, take precautions and be careful. But, there's a lot of people doing a lot of different things, online arbitrage and buying bulk stuff. And I mean, there's all kinds of ways to get product. But, one of the best ways to get product is really just walk around your house. Most of us have stuff that we're probably going to take to Goodwill. So if you're going to take it to Goodwill, why don't you just go ahead and put it on eBay, and sell it, make some money.
I'm making a stack in the bedroom right now that I probably could easily get rid of. Not that I don't love the stuff, but I could get rid of because I don't wear it enough to warrant keeping it. Probably 100 items.
Right, and your own stuff too. You could bundle it up. You got 3 or 4 pair of jeans, same size, bundle up, sell them as a bundle. Because even though there may be cheap jeans, or nobody wants to buy one pair, somebody will buy 5 pair of jeans if they work in construction and stuff like that.
Family members give me clothing, right? And not top of the line brands.
Right.
And one of them we had a lot of 6 pairs of just women's pull-on slacks, size 12 short. Yeah. $39. I got them for free.
Right.
And that woman was thrilled to get 6 pairs of shoes for $30.
We had a yard sale one time. I had a bunch of jeans that I got a little a little big for. So, so I ended up
before we even started. We hadn't even opened yet.
One of our neighbors came down and he was like, wow,
screeched to a halt.
He saw these jeans and
He ran over. He's like, oh my gosh, can I just buy them all? And he bought every single pair of jeans. There's 14 pairs of jeans.
Yeah, we gave him a deal on them because he's a neighbor, and it looked like he really could use them,
Because he did that kind of work. And I mean, he was on the phone, can these be shortened? Because
I was a little taller than him, but he was, he bought them. And I mean,
he was thrilled.
And like I say, if we put those on eBay, I'm sure we would have probably sold them too. But, I mean, sometimes just having a yard sale is another way to make money.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, we need to have one. They're just a lot of work.
Yeah, and I'm still not 100% ready to meet the public yet in the coronavirus days. But oops, shouldn't have said that word. Probably get demonetized. Not that we're not monetized anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
But anyway, no, but yeah, just be safe out there. Have fun. If you got any questions, leave us a comment. Let us know how we're doing. If you like what you're seeing, if you want to see something different, tell us what you want to see. We'd love to hear from you. Really enjoy it when people comment. That makes our day. A lot of times when people say they learned something from us, and sometimes we learn something from you too. So feel free to subscribe if you feel the urge come upon you. Then that's fine too. We'd really appreciate that. We're trying to grow the channel a little bit so we can create more of this content and get more tips out there and have a little more time to do it. So anything we can help you with, let us know, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching. That wraps up this video. If you have any suggestions for what you'd like to see in future videos, please let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button and please subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.